The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 35.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Not much room to run. Give him one to the 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete to the left. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end can be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. He's got it for a big play. Here he goes. Touchdown, Huskers. Once he got some room, it was over. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nebraska!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Hauls it in down the sideline. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Sends it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The snap sets up to throw. He fires to the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And the ball comes to rest right there. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking the shot. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Huskers.
of times you see those receivers.
Going right to work up top. Throwing right. Complete downfield. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
Yeah, and I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Into the end zone. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the one.
Nebraska.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great...
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense is that.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll run the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll take another shot here. Snags it on the right. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Oh, he's got some space. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He slings it deep to the left. Makes a catch at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires to the right. It's dropped and all. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.